What is up, you guys? It's Rob here. Today we're going to be going over ticker symbol GME. GameStop can't stop, won't stop because it finished up 13.61% today, and the shorts really felt the pain. But we'll cover it on the daily, weekly, and monthly time frame. We'll also cover the short interest via Ortex, and we'll also cover it on Stock O Tracker. Take a look at the short ETFs that are there also, because Ortex does not cover short ETFs. It only covers short shares within the stock. So keep that in mind. But if you guys can, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, make sure that you ring that bell too for the YouTube algorithm. Definitely really helps me out. Now let's go ahead and hop on over here into the chart and take a look at GME. So really the thing to take a look at was we broke through several levels of major supports and resistances today. So we broke through 154, 158, and we closed essentially right on 164.50. We did dip in the after hours below that, but we did reclaim it. And now we're back down to 161.50 in the after hours, and it's been closed now. So we're at 161.50. Now the thing to take a look at tomorrow morning in the pre-market is, are we going to gap up, gap down? Because with those moves, we need to make sure that we fill those gaps, because gaps have to be filled for stocks to be considered moving healthily. It's just a good thing to do. Now, also, if we do anything crazy in the pre-market or after hours, keep that in mind. That's on very low volume, so take that with a grain of salt. Really, the thing that we want to take a look at is the intraday trading. Now, GameStop absolutely just ripped here. We had an intraday low of 146.48, and then we just ripped. And then we consolidated and we ripped, pardon me, pulled back, and then we did some consolidation. Now, this is textbook technical analysis. Stocks rip, pull back, and then consolidate. And this is the three moves that stocks do. And this is what we want to see, is GameStop following like a normal stock. Now, it was trading above the volume weighted average price, VWAP, for pretty much most of the day, which is really good, and it's incredibly bullish of this stock. Now, taking a look down here at the MACD, we do have several volatile moves here, but we also have nice periods of consolidation here, which really helps out with when we make these big double-digit percent moves with the stock. It really just helps relax the indicators at least a little bit, because a little bit helps when we make these large moves. Now, if we hop out here to the 5-day time frame and take a look at the 5-day time frame, essentially the move we made today erased the past 2 days and us selling down on Monday. So keep that in mind. We are sitting nice and pretty now. The next thing I would be really looking at is 172, and if we can get the 172, because that would put us back in that channel that we were trading at for so long. It seems really far away, but I definitely do think we can get there. And taking a look at today's move on the MACD, definitely a very volatile move, definitely touched overbought here. But the thing is, we didn't touch oversold, which is definitely good. We're also trading above our 200 exponential moving average and 60-day moving average. Very good moves, putting us in bullish territory. Now, I know a lot of people say you can't do technical analysis on a stock because it is a meme stock and it can just flip on a dime. I completely agree that it can flip on a dime, but I'm still going to do technical analysis on this because it'll at least give us an idea of where we might be heading and what we could be seeing. Because lately, GameStop has been predictable. So keep that in mind. And I disagree with it, it's perfectly fine with me. But anyways, take a look here. Today, we crossed the 15-day moving average over the 60-day moving average, which is a bullish indicator. And we're headed really for the 200-day moving average. If we can get back above that, the last time that we saw that and we made that move, we had the huge rip here up to 198 at the money offering, finding out that it was complete. So if we can do that, I think we could absolutely see another huge rip out of GameStop if we can cross over that 200 exponential moving average. Now to take a look here, definitely we're just sitting under overbought on the RSI. We're sitting at 68, 69. Our MACD is a little bit on the overextended side, but it is bullish, and this is very good. The other thing that I want to highlight is our volume. If you look at the sticks down here compared to the past couple of days, definitely all green volume on the 1 hour, 1 month chart. Very good day for GameStop, very bullish day for GameStop. Now, if we take a look here at the day time frame, we're still sitting in this the mother of all wedges. We're still sitting in it, and you can see that we did a good job of respecting it today, and we're headed back in the right direction. Now we have a couple more trading days before we get to the end of this wedge. You also can see that we're still trading above our 200-day moving average, and our 60-day moving average is pretty much sitting right below our 15-day moving average, which is good. And we're above our 15-day and 60-day and 200-day exponential moving averages, which puts us in bullish territory. Now, the MACD says different because we did have a lot of red days here. This one green day definitely helped pull us back closer. We need a couple more green days to make a trend reversion on this MACD and get it to cross back over in a bullish direction. And honestly, in a couple more days, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, in the next 10-ish trading days, we're going to be sitting at the end of this wedge and we're going to have to make a move of some sort here. So just keep that in mind. So in the next 10 days, we really need to reverse this MACD and get it to be bullish to the bullish upside. Now, what move would I be looking for tomorrow? 172. Can we get the 172 and close above 172? If we can do that, incredibly bullish day for GameStop. I mean, we moved up 13% today. I think it's absolutely doable that we do that. Now, the huge thing that I want to see us do is I want to see us hold 164.50. So if we trade flat tomorrow, I will take it. What I don't want us to do is give up, let's say, half of what we did today. I don't want us to give that up because we have done that in the past. And when we have done that, we have literally just fallen all the way back down. Now, keep in mind, the shorts are still hammering away on this stock. So just keep that in mind. But with AMC running as much as it is, I think all these stocks are going to start running together because my personal theory is when one of these squeezes, either GameStop or AMC, or if it's Naked, Costs, or BlackBerry, if one of them squeezes, I think it's just going to cause a cascading effect that's going to lead the others into a squeeze because back in January, the same people shorted that exact stock, those exact stocks, and they all felt the pain and they all went together. So why wouldn't they go together again? So just keep that in mind. But taking a look at our RSI, it's sitting here at 5160. So neutral on the RSI, definitely very good because yesterday we were sitting at 41. So the fact that we moved up here on the RSI is a good sign. We definitely still have room to run on the RSI before we become overbought, which is good. Now let's go ahead and take a look here at Stocko Tracker and take a look at the options and then take a look at the short ETFs and then also the short shares that are available to borrow. So options, 10,492 option contracts are currently in the money. At $170, we get another 3,920. The short shares that are available to borrow is 200,000 with a 1% borrow fee. And then we have 38,212 short ETF shares that are available at a 4,801,000, which is huge. Now, the thing to take a look at here is the short ETFs available definitely did change throughout the day. So, and the short borrows didn't change either. So it looks like they're borrowing a lot of ETFs and maybe not borrowing short shares, which would be really strange, but I don't think that's true. This seems off. Well, let's go ahead and take a look over here at Ortex. So Ortex can't account for short ETF shares. It only can account for GameStop short shares. So our short interest did increase today to 0.96%. So we're sitting at 23.77% overall and 12.06 million short shares. There's 312,900 shares borrowed and a return shares of 177,230 and a borrow change of 135,670 to the positive. So that gets added to our shares on loan of 14.12 million. Days to cover still going up. Cost to borrow is actually the same as it was 7 days ago, and our utilization is actually up to 63.38%. So our utilization's going up. Our days to cover has continued to go up. Our days to cover of the 2 weeks is 3.87. So if you're thinking you're going to miss a squeeze, it's essentially going to take a whole entire trading week for this to happen. So it's going to be multiple days for us to squeeze. So keep that in mind. I personally believe it's going to be a multi-day event for this stock to squeeze. So what this tells me is we're seeing GameStop shorted not only through GameStop short shares, but Stocko stock O tracker also confirms that we are seeing shorts through ETFs also. So it's just still getting heavily shorted. But if we hop back over here into Webull and take a look at today, it didn't matter because guess what? We had 8.87 million shares traded, still less than our 3-month average. But when we had that buyer sentiment and we had a good amount of volume that stepped in, especially later here during the day, during this time period, really helped move the stock to the upside. Volume helps move the stock. So when we see volume and we see a heavy buyer sentiment, the stock absolutely moves to the upside. And that's exactly what I've been saying is in order for us to squeeze, we definitely have the short interest, days to cover and all that kind of stuff, but we need volume to step in and then we need that heavy buyer sentiment. Pardon me, burpee apparently, but we need that heavy buyer sentiment and we need volume to step in. With those two things, plus the short interest and all that kind of stuff, definitely leads to a squeeze. Now, the thing is, we have to get this up to a certain price where it's going to essentially force a margin call on the hedge funds. And once we get to that point, we'll start seeing all the hedge funds cover and the price will literally start going up and we will have the mother of all short squeezes because GameStop will squeeze, BlackBerry will squeeze, Nook will probably squeeze, Naked will probably squeeze, Cost will probably squeeze, and AMC probably will also squeeze too. But that's what I got for you guys today. We definitely did a good job, headed in the right direction. Let's look for 172 tomorrow. If we do trade flat, I'll take it going into a Friday, but I don't want to see a red day for GameStop tomorrow because it's just not going to make me feel the best going into the weekend personally. But anyways, that's all I got for you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.